Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial session. So guys, in this session, in this series, we are going to learn how to get started with Django. So what is Django actually? Django is a Python framework that allows us to create web application at a very faster pace. So how do we install Django? So we're gonna go to our terminal. So on our terminal, I have in my terminal, I'm in a directory called desktop. So I'm gonna type ls to see the directories on my um, on my desktop file. So I'm going to cd go to my website. This is the directory that we're going to use. So yeah, take a look at it. There is nothing in that directory. So basically this is the directory I'm talking about. So basically this is a text editor called Sublime Text. So I recommend this text editor to anyone, actually, whether you're a beginner um, or not a beginner. This is a recommended. I recommend this text editor. So yeah, so let's install Django. So before we install Django, we firstly have to create a virtual environment. So this is how we're going to create a virtual environment by typing pipenv install. We are creating a virtual environment and installing Django at the same time. So pipenv install Django. So it's gonna take some time. So I'll pause it. Yes. So now our virtual environment has been successfully created. So now for us to run our virtual environment, as you can see, the to activate this project's virtual environment, we have to run pipenv shell. So I'm going to run pipenv shell so that this virtual environment will be activated. So to see this is an indication that your virtual environment has been created, it has been activated successfully. So it should have something in between the parentheses. So it may not be my website, it can be something else, depending on the type of machine you are using. So yeah, so now the second step, I'm going to create I'm going to find out what Django version am I using. So I'm going to type Django-admin.version. Okay, so that's a mistake. I did a mistake there. Django-admin dash version. So as you can guys see that we are using the 4.1.1 version. So this is the latest version of Django. So yeah, so okay, now we need to start a project. We need to start the Django project. To start the Django project, I'm going to have to type Django-admin start project and provide the name of the project. So I'm going to call it my website and then put the dot period so that my utility file manage.py file it's going to be in my website directory, this directory I'm at right now. So I'm going to type ls to show you guys. So here is this file I'm talking about. This is a utility file, so it allows me to communicate with Django. So I'm going to type python manage .py run server to check if my my project has been created successfully. So as you can see, you have 18 unapplied migrations. Your project may not work properly until you apply the migrations for apps. So yeah, so you guys don't need to worry about that for at this point. So as long as you guys see this, just know that your project has been created successfully. So now the second step, I'm going to stop my server. You need to type Control C to stop the server from running. So now I'm going to type Python manage.py. I'm going to say start app. So the app that I'm going to create, I need to give a name for my app. I'm going to say this is a to-do app. So basically it's like a to-do list app. See, so yeah. So now I need to go to my text editor now and connect things. So I need to connect my application to my project, my Django project. So as you can guys see on my website directory, I have let me zoom. Okay, that's fine. So as you guys can see on my website directory, I have init.py file, ASCII, I have settings.py, I have urls.py, and whiskey.py. So basically this is where the settings.py file, it's the one that allows you to make configurations for your project. So it allows you also to connect the applications that you have created. So let's go to the settings.py file, and we are going to connect our applications. So I'm going to make a comment now and type these are built-in apps. So built-in apps. So my built-in app is todo.apps.todo config. So now I have connected my application to my project. So now I can quickly go to my terminal and type Python manage.py run server, not run server, sorry, we're not running a server, but we are migrating. Okay, let me do this, widen it a bit. So we're going to type python manage.py migrate, not migration, but migrate. So yeah, as you can see now, I am migrating my database. So the database have been created now. So I'm going to type in python manage.py run server. So now there are no any actually now Python is not complaining now. Actually Django is not complaining now. So yeah, there is no issues, zero silenced. So I'm going to open up my web browser. So I'm gonna go to my web browser, and I have to copy this URL here. I have to copy this link, copy, and then I'm gonna have to go and paste it here. So when I paste it there, as you can see, this is what you will see. The install worked successfully. Congratulations. So if you see this, just know that everything is working well. So now the next step is to we have to go to our to-do app and create we're going to create a view. We're going to create a view first. So as you can see, they have already defined for us a shortcut method. They've already imported for us a shortcut method called the render. So render is a Python method that takes in three parameters. It takes in a request, template, and a context. So what do I mean by that? So in order for me to exercise that, we firstly we have to create, we're gonna have to create templates. So we're going to create a directory, or let's just go to our terminal and create this directory there. So I'm going to say mkdir templates. So basically it says make directory templates. I'm gonna name it templates, and then inside my templates I'm going to create a file. I'm going to name it index.html. It should be an HTML file. So if I can come to my text editor, I see that, oh okay, this template has already been created. So what should I do now? I need to create I need to write HTML code in this. So it should be doc type. Mind you guys, this is not a HTML series. So this is a Django series actually. So basically, okay, let's just do this. Let's just go to Bootstrap. Let's type Bootstrap template, get started. Let's just do that and go to the Bootstrap website, and then we're just going to we can just copy this whole code. Copy the HTML below to begin working with a minimal Bootstrap document. So basically this, what I'm copying it, okay, I'll explain now. So basically this, it creates it writes HTML code, and then it links you to the Bootstrap, but it's linking us to the not the CDN type, but it wants us to actually download Bootstrap to our machine, but we don't want to do that. We actually don't want to do that. So basically we can come and copy these two links here. Copy this link and go back to our text editor, and then we're going to paste that code there. So then we have to indent it. So yeah, so now guys, let's see, also for JavaScript as well, we're gonna have to copy this. So is our text editor? Yeah. So we have to paste this JavaScript connection here. So this connects via internet. You need to be connected in order for you to you need to be connected to an internet for this kind of setup. So if you don't have an internet connection, it's fine. You can go to the Bootstrap and download the source code, and then now you can integrate. You'll be able to, you're going to take the source code and put it to the static folder, but that's gonna confuse you guys for now. So that's why I'm using this CDN type, the Bootstrap CDN. So as I've said guys, this is not a HTML tutorial, so let's continue. So I'm going to say, oh okay, this is going to be my home page. I'm going to title this document index.html as home page. So yeah, it's okay. So as you guys can see, it has a h1 tag which says hello world. So now I must connect my templates to my settings. So how do I do that? I need to go down to this. There's a list here of templates, which are dictionaries. This is a list of dictionaries. So now I'm going to specify my templates directory name here as it's named templates. I'm naming it templates as well. So and then I have to save my file now. So my templates are connected now to my this my website project. So I need to go to my views now. So I'm going to create a view now. So this view is going to I'm going to use there are two types of views. There are class-based views and function-based views. So we are going to use function-based views in this case. So we're going to name this function home. So guys, before you can get started with Django, you need to have the fundamentals of Python. You need to know the basics of Python, the fundamentals. So so it means you can't work with Django without knowing those fundamentals. That's the first start. So I will assume you guys know how to create a function. So yes, so this function, it takes a parameter called the request. So request. So now I'm going to specify my template. So let me just say template. Okay, not template name. Let me just say template. So my template is on it's an index.html. So my context is going to be none in this case because I have not specified any database. This function, it has no connection to any database. It's not passing dynamic content. So the the content that is passing is just going to render a HTML template, the index.html template, which is going to display hello world on your screen. So yeah, now recall guys, I've said render method takes in request as its first parameter, and it takes again template as the second parameter, and then it takes context as the last parameter. But context is it's optional guys, context. But request and template are you must, if you're using this function, you must specify the template you are using and the request. So yeah, so what's the next step from here? We have created our view. We need to create a we need to create a URL file. So you have two options to do this. You have on your project, if you can just check on your project directory, you have a urls.py file. So you can come and specify your URLs here. You can import that view to this file, url.py file. But I I don't recommend these I don't recommend this kind of a setup. I prefer that you go to your terminal and create a new URL template for the to-do app. So we're going to go to to-do and create urls.py file. So now we have our url.py file on our to-do list. We can go to that URL and import we're going to import path. This path is from Django, from Django.urls, import path. So now we need our views installed from .views import. So I guess you guys are familiar with Python, so you guys know why am I using that from .views import whatever, you know. So I'm not going to explain that in this video. You can drop a comment if you guys are if you are not familiar with Python. So I I will help you. Yeah, just drop me an email. I'll help you with everything that you need to get started with Python, and then so that you will be successful in in Django. So now our views, the views that we have created in our to do app is called home. We have created home. So now we need to um, specify our URL patterns. Yeah, URL patterns is going to be a list of paths. So I must indent. So path is going to be, I'm not going to specify anything in here. So okay, before I type anything here, path takes on 3 parameters. Those 3 parameters actually it actually takes 2 parameter compulsory takes 2 parameters, and then the third one, it's optional. It's up to you if you pass it or not. So but it's very useful for you to pass in the third one. You will see in a minute. So now the first parameter is your URL, the URL that appears on your on the top of your what's this? It's called a search bar on your browser. So this one we are not we are not going to specify anything to it. We're just going, and then the second parameter we're going to pass home, and then the last one we're going to pass in the name of this URL so that it can be easy for us to so that it's going to be easy for us to recall this URL. So this URL is going to be named home. So we have one URL at this point. So we're gonna go to the project level URL, and then on the project level we have to import include. So include, it helps us to integrate the URLs on our applications. By the way, you can create as many applications as you want. So now the include, it takes in the to do dot URLs. So basically this is I'm passing on this module. I'm passing a module here, to do dot URLs. So it's this application, it's named to do, and in this application I have a urls.py file, but I don't need to specify the .py. So yes, so now to do .urls, it's fine. So it means now we are ready to go to our browser to reload it. But firstly we need to run our Python. We need to run our server, our Python server, Django server, whatever you may call it. It's fine. So reload, it's going to show us hello world. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. So on the next video I'm going to help you guys create models. I'm going to help you guys interact with the database, like create data for the database, create models actually. Yes. So let's go to our what do I mean by that? So if you can just see, this is a look at this to do app. It has init, admin, apps, models, tests, URLs, and views files. So these models, to create fields for your database, you need to specify it here on your models. So that will be possible on the next video. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have learned something from this video. See you in the next video.